So a few years ago, we had this couple over for dinner. And as the dinner went on and we casually kind of moved it out to the backyard for fire pit and s'mores, we're having some conversation, and the conversation got a little more serious, and it actually got a little heated because over the course of conversation, we realized these folks didn't share our beliefs. Some questions began to get tossed out like, how could you believe that? How could you come to that conclusion? It actually reminded me a story that we find in the book of Acts chapter 8. A guy named Philip is walking along the road, and the Lord actually directs him to go meet an Ethiopian eunuch. Acts 8:29 through 31 says, "And the Spirit said to Philip, 'Go over and join this chariot.' So Philip ran to him and heard him reading Isaiah the prophet and asked, 'Do you understand what you're reading?' And he said, 'How can I, unless someone guides me?'" That verse is so special to me. It's one of my favorite moments in the whole Bible because it's a reminder to me that everyone that became a Christian had someone to guide them at one point in life. You know, in student ministry, I've learned that it's so important to be able to give students an opportunity to ask questions about their faith. And what I've learned is that most people that walk away from their faith walk away because they didn't have someone to have that conversation with. You might have someone in your life, a friend or a child or a grandchild, a coworker or a neighbor that needs to have that conversation, but they don't know where to turn. And the Lord may be directing you to have a conversation with them. And I just want to challenge you, engage them, because what I learned about that couple that night was that no one had ever sat down to explain the scriptures to them. How could they understand why I believed what I believe? So I want to challenge you to have that conversation with a coworker or a neighbor or a family member. And don't underestimate what God wants to do through you with power of one conversation.